Hey everybody, I'm Jennifer Anderson, Independent Scentsy Family Director of Radiant RockStars, and I'm coming to you today to share some organizational tips that were just shared with me and I think is really going to help my business just completely blossom. I am an extremely unorganized person and I desire to be an organized, color-coded, planned months in advance kind of gal, so I am putting this system into place to make that happen. So I'm going to share my business binder with you, and I think it's going to help me really focus my time every day. And I could spend a couple hours in my office and only accomplish a few things or things that I could get done in 30 minutes, but it took me a couple of hours because I'm so distracted and disorganized. So I'm going to share with you, this is my business binder. Might be backwards for you, but you can handle it. So it says Jennifer's Scentsy Family Business Binder. You can put whatever you want on the front. Make it yours. Make it unique. Make it appropriate to you. Make it what you love. So you can decorate it with colors or do something fun. Whatever encourages you and whatever gets you going. So, excuse me. In the front of my binder, I have this saying, and it's by Mary Christensen, and she says, "You can't make money and excuses at the same time." And she's totally right, and I need that reminder as soon as I open my binder just to kind of set my brain into motion and get me where I need to be for the day, for what I'm about to accomplish. And quit making excuses like I don't have time or I'm unorganized or I have ADD or whatever. So I'm ready to take my business to the next level, and I want to remind myself of that as soon as I open my binder. So in my binder I have several different tabs, and I bought these really cool plastic tabs that are actually like folders. So they're dividers, if you can see. They're all these different dividers, just like from high school or college. And they've got, it's an actual plastic container, but it's got a folder on the front so you can slip papers into it. And since we work a lot with receipts and lead sheets and things like that, I thought that that would be appropriate for me so I can just slip stuff into it. So my first tab is my priority tab, okay? My priority tab is basically anything that is priority for that day, anything that like really needs to happen, really needs to get accomplished. So whether it's an order that I need to place or a lead I need to follow up on or an event that I need to pay for or an email that I need to send my team, whatever it is, that's going to be in my priority tab. So you can see here I have some order forms. I need to follow up with these people and make sure that they're loving their products. These are my follow-ups stuff today. And then I have some lead sheets from a event that I just did. And then I have some different websites that I want to share with my team because they're great resources for helping you run your business. So that's my priority tab. That's number one. Priority tab you work on every single day. So it's not just a one day kind of thing. You will, whatever's in here, it's going to get done first, and it's going to happen that day. And the way these are color coded, you can see I've got some greens, blues, purples, orange, and yellow. What I've done is say, okay, Mondays I'm going to work on greens, Tuesdays will be blue, Wednesdays will be purple, Thursdays, etc. On and on and on. You can do whatever you want to do, but I find that for me it works best if I color code it with those days. And if I want to take a Wednesday off, then I'm going to, push that to Thursday, then Friday, and then I'm going to work on Saturday. At least 5 days a week. It's got to be 5 days a week. And whatever you can fit in, whether it's a solid hour of concentrated time in your office, or if it's 2 hours or 4 hours, whatever you can do, do it. The most important thing is that you work your business every day. So whether it's 15 minutes or 5 hours, I don't care. Just do something for your business every day. And honestly, we could sit at home and try and run our businesses from home, but we're not making sales and meeting new people within the four walls of our house. So you've got to get out sometimes. But if you only have 15 minutes one day, log onto the training center, do some training, and grow your business that way. Because that is also working your business, doing personal development and training. Okay, my next tab here is called Host Coaching, okay? And in my host coaching section, I have this handy dandy turn it this way. It's a chart, and it's going to help me keep track of when I've talked to my host and exactly what, where we are in the process of doing her party, submitting it, etc. You should speak to your host on the phone 3 times before your party. So, not a text message, not a Facebook message, not an email, verbally speaking with her either in person or on the phone at least 3 times. So, this little Coach for Success thing was made by Jessica Akers. She's a star director, and she shared it with me, and I'm going to share it with you, and I'll have these files uploaded underneath the video on YouTube. So it's got a place for your host name right here, and then you're going to check off, and you can either check or write the date that you did all these things. I think the date would be more appropriate so that you know how long it's been since you've talked to the person or whatever. So you're going to check that you booked it on your own calendar. Then you're going to call to confirm. So if you booked it at a party, you want to call them to confirm. So that's time number 1 that you speak on the phone. Then you're going to set it up on your PWS, on your personal website so people can shop from that for her. You're going to call her for the guest list. This is time number 2 that you talk to her. You're going to call her, you're going to get the guest list, names, addresses, emails, the whole 9. So you're going to mail the postcards for her. And that's the next step. It says invitations mailed. You need to mail the invitations for her or him, because it's going to make it easier for them. It costs us 33 cents a postcard to do it, and if you give them postcards, honestly, they're not going to go out. They won't send the invitations. So it's best that you just do it yourself, plus it makes your host's life a little easier. And then next we have call host for RSVP. So this is going to either be the day of or the day before the party. And this is the 3rd time that you've spoken with them on the phone. So you're going to get the RSVP, how many people are coming, so you can prepare the right amount of catalogs, giveaways, prizes, etc. And then you've got the party, okay? So after that, after the party's over, the next day, very next day, you're going to call to confirm the bookings. So all the bookings you made that night at the party, or that day, you're going to call them the next day. You're starting this pattern over again. So you're calling to confirm, but on this host over here, the second one, you can check off, hey, I've called to confirm, okay? So you're starting that pattern all over again with them. Then you're going to submit the order on your workstation. And then you're going to deliver the products, mail thank you notes or cards. And this is subjective. You can do whatever you want to do with this. You can either mail thank you postcards. I think the best way to go is to pick up the phone and call each person about 3 days after they've gotten their product, thanking them for their purchase and asking them how they like everything. I think that's the best way to do it. And then the last one says recruit. Did you recruit your hostess? Our hosts are our best recruits. And if you have that in front of your face, it's kind of like keeping you accountable. Hey, did you go there? Did you ask that person if they wanted to start their business? Did you offer to help them? Okay. So that's the next tab. Then we have personal sales is my next tab here. Personal sales, this has got, you have people who call you and say, hey, I need 6 bars, or hey, I want a pouch of chocolate, or I want to get a clutch for a gift, or whatever. So you've just got 1 or 2 orders. I put them in here, and they're paper clipped together by party. So if it's a party, it's going to be paper clipped together in here. So I know that I either have to send it or, order it or whatever. But if I have orders that are random and they don't, they just want to wait until I have enough for a party and they can get free shipping, they're all going to go in here. Keeps me nice and in track. Once I've submitted the orders, they actually go into a file holder on my desk, so I know that they've been submitted. Okay, and then the next one is leads. So these are going to be my recruiting leads. So if you've met someone at an event and you've talked to them on the phone, and they come out of your priority tab and go into your leads tab. And you can put notes on there, what you learned about that person, when they want to join, what brand they're interested in, etc. On here, I've got a sticky note. It's got a girl that I've been talking to. It shows that I sent her a warmer and a bar to try because she's never seen it. It has the dates that I followed up with her, what we talked about in that conversation, where she is at in the process, and then when I need to follow up with her again. Nextly, we have fundraisers. So I would like to ideally get to the point in my business where I'm doing a fundraiser every month, just to be generous. So whether it's a family in need or an organization or a big, huge deal, I want to do something every month to give back because I've been so blessed. So fundraisers, any and all information about that is going to go in this folder if you've got something pending right now or orders for your fundraiser or whatever that may be. Next, I have events. So in here, I'm going to have contracts that I've signed, things I've booked, any papers or references or vendor instructions that I need to know about for my events. And then this little log, which I will also post as a file. This is my events log. And this is going to have the name of the event here. And then it's going to have the dates. And then here it's going to ask me what the cost is for the event, when the vendor fee is due, and did I pay it, yes or no. And then it's got a tally for my final, what my sales were for that event, so I can keep track for next year, so I can always try and beat my numbers. Or if next year my numbers go down, but I work just as hard, I may know that that's an event that I don't want to participate in the future. So I can keep track of my final sales and how many recruits I got and parties I booked from that as well. And mine's not filled out because I just started my binder and I'm sharing this with you, so that will happen this week. Okay, the next tab, we're almost done, is home parties. So in here, I would have any sort of training from the training center that we learned about home parties, anything about the flow of a home party or the styles or just any kind of resource that I can find. If we do a Tuesday training call or I learn something on the director's call about home parties, I'm going to print it and put it in here so I always have it to remember and sort of study. Because I always want to get better at home parties. I don't want to do the same old thing all the time. I always want to be getting better every time. And then what I printed is our library of party games. There are hundreds of party games in here. So I printed it out and just put it right in my folder so that when I am going to a party and I want to play a new game, or there are people who've been to a party of mine before, I can just look right here and find some different ideas for games. That way I don't have to look at my computer in all these different file folders. It's right here. I can just go right to it and help me freshen it up a little bit. So that's that. And then the last tab I have in here is basket parties. So this applies to Scentsy, of course, the basket parties, and Velada, I guess. And you can totally do a purse party with Grace Adele or a catalog party, just depending on your level of investment that you're willing to make in them. With Grace Adele, if you just want to do a catalog party where you send out a catalog and order forms, they can order online. Or you can send a purse with someone with a couple of clutches and some catalogs and order forms and let them do that too. That would be a cool thing to do. So I have a log here as well. It looks very similar to my events log. So I'm going to pull it away just for privacy's sake, but it's going to have my host name. It's going to have what basket party I used, because I have like 7 different basket parties just so I know which one they have. So white bag number 1, green bag, brown bag, purple bag, whatever. And then it's going to have the start and end dates. And then it's going to say, was everything returned intact, yes or no? And then when the bag comes back, I'm going to highlight it orange so I know that we're done with that and I don't have to worry about getting in touch with that person anymore. So right now I have 4 bags out. As soon as they come back, I'll mark it off. Yes, they did come back intact, or no, this was what it was missing, and follow up with the host or whatever. So that's my business binder, and I am really excited about this concept. I'm really excited about this idea, and I think it's going to help me be more productive with my time. So rather than just spending 2 hours doing nothing, playing on Facebook, we all know we do it, surfing the web on Pinterest, I'm trying to find party ideas, right? Wrong. I think it's going to help me be, a lot more concentrated and have much more focused time when I'm in my office. So I hope that this idea helps you. Use it, take it, make it your own. I will upload the files and you can edit them however you want, but make them yours and run with it. And let's be productive, rockin' businesswomen, okay? So have a great day.